I'd like to call the meeting to order with pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any executive sessions?
You're done, Tom.
Public comment.
Jeff Dunkel, Palo Alto. Beating a dead horse here. Any updates on the Ken Hatter situation? Where the investigation is, if it's being done in-house? Coming up on 2 months now, he's able to work from home with pay. Still interacting with people within the courthouse, so I'm not sure why that's a punishment at all. Not sure why an investigation on this takes 2 months. It's pretty cut and dry. Then again, we did have investigations that lasted 3 years, just about, that are still technically ongoing, I guess. So I think the taxpayers deserve to know, it's 2 months now he's working from home with pay. What gives here? I'll take that job anytime you want, Larry, let me know. Also, last week, when a vote came up, it was stated that moving Deb Dash to a different position was per the union contract. I haven't been able to get a new copy of the contract yet, most recent one. But an employee that used to work here that left because of this situation of leaving one job, and if they came back, they'd have to go start over again. They provided me with a copy of the contract from when they left, and it clearly violates the contract and the policy and the wording in the contract. The commissioners cannot supersede or override anything that's in that contract according to the contract. And it seems like that's what you did, unless you guys changed the contract in the last year and a half from when this person left. It's a blatant violation of the contract, so I'd like some more info on that. And there was another tax sale debacle, I guess on Monday. Normally there's hundreds of properties on these sales, it was down to 87. I believe less than 2 dozen went to sale from what one of the bidders told me. There were people up here in courtroom 1 looking for the sale. Nobody was notified properly of, I guess, where it was. Quite a few people in the courthouse looking for the sale. And also there were some people that drove from hours away to find out their properties were removed. I guess they weren't instructed that these properties could be dropped prior to the sale, so. Hopefully now that that failed leadership is gone, this will change things. Hopefully we get rid of the leak and move on. But if you guys can hopefully comment on the Hatter situation and Dash, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Any other public comment?
George Stankovic, Palo Alto. Once again, I'm going to bring up about senior citizen veterans, especially senior citizens. I see where the homeless now, they're staying true to the law that they're crossing on private property, so they have to get out, they're breaking the law. I understand that. But it's something that if a politician does something, it's months, years, go down the line, and then it's looked in after they leave office or get settled somewhere else, or and I think it's time that the people realize that they're not above the law. They think they are. They think they are, but they're not above the law. When you break the law, if I broke the law, the sheriff's right there, he'd be taking me to jail. The moment it happened, these people get paid. They're taking money out of our pockets. That's what they're doing. And I don't think a person that commits a crime should get paid and nothing is said about it. Or if it is said, there's nothing they can do about it, so they say. And I'm just tired of this nonsense. People are suffering out here. And it's the United States of America. I understand helping other countries and everything else, but please, I think it's time. Local and government officials have to look, federal government officials have to look and see what's going on in the United States. All these tragedies that are happening, earthquakes, tornadoes, floods. And, don't take care of those people, but take care of people across the nation. It's time that we wake up, see what's going on, and start doing something. Talk to your senators, our congressmen, and say, listen, wise up, stop fighting amongst yourselves, and get the job done for the people. That's what's wrong with the United States of America. We don't want to take care of our own people. It's nonsense, suffering going on. Why do I have to be up here speaking about this? Why? It should be taken care of. There should be one person, a senior citizen that worked, put into the system, that should be suffering hunger or losing their homes. This is nonsense. And then you got fraudulent people out in the streets getting better money than the people that work and put in the system. This is nonsense. I think it's time for a change. Local, state, and federal government has to wise up and change this. I don't care about Republican, I don't care about Democrat, it's the American people. Get rid of the parties, I say, and start working for the people of the United States of America. Thank you.
Is there any other public comment? I just want to take a minute and recognize our sheriff. What did you just take back, Joe? 985 pounds of drugs in a take back thing? So that's good. You want to speak on that at all? You want to say anything?
No, there's simply the press. I just want to thank all the police departments that are involved. Every year I try to get an additional department involved because it's a good program. And some of the police officers work very hard and diligent at these sites to collect these drugs. And I want to thank all of my deputies that come out on their day off to manage some of the places that clean their police officers. So it was a good turnout and I'm glad we did it.
Thank you. And then also, we have to recognize it's 50 years of the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG program. And over the 50 years, we went about over $17 million in trying to fight the light here in Schuylkill County with our demolition programs and our playground programs and everything. So that's up here if anybody wants to see that. So, and then any other, we'll talk about the election.
Yeah, okay, I'll do
Let's
that
get
right
done
now.
now.
Sure. We met yesterday, election board, met yesterday afternoon, and there were 21,700 ballots cast, about 16,300 at the polls, about 5,400 at the mail-in. And I want to commend Al Brykowski and his whole election bureau staff, and also thank we have 125 polling places, which means 125 election judges, 250 clerks. I'm sorry, 250 inspectors, 150 clerks, I'll start again. 125 polling places, 125 election judges, 250 inspectors, 250 clerks, and 125 constables. So that's quite a few folks across the whole county that help out. And it's not a real high-paying job. You get some small compensation. A lot of times it's people that are dedicated to the county, dedicated to our system in America. So I want to thank everyone involved. And my last year, the three of us were not participating because we were on the ballot. So it was the first time at the new SDS building, but very, very smooth. People could drive the cars inside, load their election materials, and then pickup came on the other side. So very, very smooth, very quickly, very, very well organized. Carrie, any thoughts on it?
No, I thought it went very well. Very minor glitches of some things, and again, just getting some machines started, but that got repaired very quick, and the end result is very good. I know Schuylkill County definitely strives to make sure that it's accurate and every vote counts where it's at, and we always strive to do that over the years. That's the #1 priority, and Al and his group has done a super job.
Yeah, it was my first time overseeing an election, and I gotta say, it ran very smoothly. The people that volunteered, the people that do the elections do an excellent job. It seemed very efficient, they took it very seriously, and it's a testament to our representative republic that we are. So I just think I like election day. That's one of the things the government lets us, gives us to vote, and that's how we can change things. So it was a really neat thing to see and witness and be a part of. So I appreciate that. So let's move on with the meeting. Grant writers.
Morning, Cheryl.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Today I'm requesting approval to advertise for the 2024 CDBG hearings for Butler Township, the Borough of Minersville, Pine Grove Township, the Borough of Schuylkill Haven, the Borough of Shenandoah, the Borough of Tamaqua, Wayne Township, West Penn Township, and Schuylkill County.
Thank you. Children and youth,
Morning.
good morning.
Morning, Carl.
Morning, Commissioners. This morning, we have 4 items on behalf of Lisa Stevens, Administrator, Children and Youth, requesting approval of an agreement with the County of Bucks, Doylestown, PA, for secure detention services at a per diem rate of $650 with a term period of July 1, 2024 through June 30th, 2028. We are seeking approval of an agreement with the County of Chester, Westchester, Pennsylvania, for detention services at a per diem rate of $465 and for shelter services at a per diem rate of $310 for a term of July 1, 2024 to June 30th, 2025. We are looking for approval of an agreement with L Bell Properties, LLC, at Kutztown for apartment unit D located at 1251 Mount Hope Avenue here in Pottsville for temporary family and transitional housing needs with a monthly rent of $1,000 and a term of June 1st, 2024 to May 31st, 2026. Finally, we have an advisory board request. We are requesting the approval to appoint Christian Weiser to a 3-year term on the Children and Youth Advisory Board with a term period of May 20th, 2024 through May 19th, 2027.
One quick question, Carl. I'm going to put you in a spot, but it says secure detention versus standard detention. What's the difference in those two?
All detention services are secure. Essentially, the detention services allow for youths who are adjudicated delinquent, but also those who are alleged delinquent. And so the matter is pending. And so these would be placements through the juvenile probation office. The differences between the two, I do recognize there's a difference in rate. I would say has to do with demand and the limited supply of those secure detention beds statewide. We would certainly prefer to see the County of Bucks more in line with the County of Chester's rate, but what I would suggest is that actually the County of Chester's rate is kind of low compared to some of those others that are out there.
Okay, just curious. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mental health and development services.
Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Morning, Commissioners. I'm here on behalf of Elaine Gilbert for the Mental Health Developmental Services and Drug and Alcohol to ask approval to reappoint the following people to Mental Health Developmental Services and Drug and Alcohol Program Advisory Board from May 1st, 2024 through May 1st, 2027 for a 3-year term. These are Melissa Carr, Larissa Russell, Sheriff Joseph Rudy, Janine Holter, and Joseph Slider.
Engineering real estate, Lisa.
Morning, Lisa.
Good morning. I have 2 items on today's agenda. The first item is in the Liquid Fuels Department. A motion is requested to amend the agreement with Alfred Venison Company for the replacement of County Bridge 123 Broad Street in Port Clinton to increase the final engineering design, Part 2, by $21,500, and the contract administration and construction services, Part 3, by $55,500 for a total increase of $77,000. These increases are due to additional coordination efforts with the utilities, railroads, along with updates to PennDOT regulations pertaining to temporary signal permit updates and the length of the anticipated construction from when the contract was initially approved, which was back in 2017. And then in engineering, requesting a motion to extend the contract with Crabtree, Rohrbach and Associates for the Intermediate Punishment Center site options analysis until July 31st, 2024. The contract expired March 31st.
Thanks, Lisa. Thank you. Paul, finance.
Commissioners, good morning. This morning listed on your agenda is a budget adjustment for public works for $27,000. The budget adjustment has been posted outside the board.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
County Administrator Gary Bender.
Request approval of the board, Commissioner, to ratify the Designee Approved Contract for the month of April 24. Motion is requested at this time.
I'll make a motion to approve the designee contracts for the month of April.
Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
and Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Human Resources.
Yes, Commissioners, in Human Resources, we have the appointment of Lisa Wright, Office Board Secretarial, rate is 14.2805, effective 5/6/24 per the contract. In 9/11 Communication, rescind the appointment of Lorianne Lazarski, telecommunicator trainee. The rate was $20, and it was effective 4/22/24. In Children and Youth, the promotion of Candace Flickinger, clerk type is 3, the rate is 21.7558, effective 5/20/24. That's from clerk type is 2 per the contract. Also have informational items. In the recorder of deeds, the appointment of Madeline Schott, clerk type is 2, effective 5/20/24 per the contract. And in juvenile probation, we have a number of appointments to the site coordinator position, all effective 6/3/24. These are all temporary positions. And the selected candidates are Tiffany Boner, Donovan Copeland, Jason Fermaint, Lauren Hammer, Tanya Johnson, and Jetta Van Fleet. In the coroner's office, we have 2 appointments, John Cray and Keith Pogash. Effective dates, as deputy coroner investigator, effective date 5/13/24 for both. These are per diem per fee schedule. All appointments are pending drug test and physical where appropriate. And all actions involving salary or for positions being created are pending salary board approval.
I have a motion for Human Resources, the appointment of Lisa Wright, and a motion for 911 Communication to rescind the appointment.
So moved.
Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
and Commissioner Hess.
I have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.